Hello, my name is Rachel. I make chain and scale mail, and I occasionally vend at conventions. And just last weekend, I vended at the Unconvention in Morristown, New Jersey, and I had promised a vlog on that. And guys, I did such a terrible job. Like day one, the whole weekend I didn't even take any pictures. I did remember to take just a touch of video on day two, but not very much. And after I'm done telling you all about it, I will show you those few clips that I did take, but I apologize. It turned into, I had a great time. Let me just preface by saying I had a great time. I got to see a lot of friends I don't get to see very often. And, you know, even though I was mostly chained to my vendor table, Friday night I got to hang out and party with friends, and I got a little bit of that a very small amount of that on Sunday night as well. And Saturday night my vending room stayed open till 2 a.m. so I didn't really get to do, I was so exhausted by the end of that I didn't get to do any socializing on that night. But it was also very stressful in that for the vendors, it was not a super successful convention. And not just like, I am incredibly grateful I broke even. What little bit of money I did make, I spent on food and alcohol. But a lot of fellow vendors, like about at least half my room, didn't even make their table fee back, much less the hotel. And it was not a cheap hotel because Morristown, New Jersey. And the vendor tables were, I paid $250 for my vendor table, but I heard some people say they paid as high as $400, and I'm guessing they maybe had double tables or paid for extras or something like that, or maybe there was some sort of scale I didn't know about. But I only paid $250 for my vendor table, but the hotel room, like, and a surprise charge. I didn't realize it was going to be $20 a night to park at the hotel. So that was like an extra, because we stayed 4 nights. We went down Thursday because it's 6 hours from me. It actually takes eight hours once you hit traffic. So both ways it took 8 or more hours. So it was a long drive. So we went down Thursday night. We didn't get into town until like 3 a.m. I got pulled over by a cop, not because I was speeding, but because I was super tired. We were supposed to be there before midnight from the original calculations that, as you got closer, traffic got worse and accidents got worse and time just kept getting added on. So I was super tired. It was like 2:30 or so in the morning. We were only a few minutes from the hotel, and then this cop pulls me over. He was the nicest, sweetest cop ever. Seriously. He's like, you were just drifting off to the bumpy things on the side of the road a little bit, and I was just worried. I just wanted to make sure everything was okay. And of course took my license and insurance and all that stuff, but no tickets or anything because I hadn't done anything illegal. He was probably just making sure I wasn't drunk or something, because I was at that point, like I said, we were supposed to be there before midnight. I was just so tired at that point. So I probably was drifting a little bit to the side there, but we were so close to the hotel, it was kind of comical. We only had like 8 minutes left. And he just told us, be safe and hope this extra 5-minute detour wasn't too much of a hassle. But he really was the nicest cop. But anyway, so we did make it to the hotel finally Thursday night. We just no one was in the lobby Thursday night, like at Darkside when we went, because Darkside's the one I'll be doing in April, but it's also in New Jersey. And last year when we went to Darkside, the lobby was like full Thursday night. Everyone was already out partying Thursday night. So it was a little odd, even though it was, like I said, close to 3 a.m. It was still a little odd that no one was out. Because they had even had at a local club, I think it was local, somewhat local, which obviously we didn't get there in time for. There was a pre-party. So again, it was a little surprising that no one was out in the lobby. But anyway, doesn't matter. I was able to set up Friday, got everything set up, but vending was just so slow. Like, there were 3 vending rooms. I was in probably the least trafficked of the vending rooms, because the main vending room you had to walk through to get to the stages where all the bands were playing. And I am pretty sure the reason most people were at this convention were for the bands, because they did have a really good lineup. So there was a room that you had to walk through, and that was a vending room to get to the bands. And I feel like they probably would have been the busiest vending room. But even vendors from there were complaining that they weren't making money. So I'm not 100% sure what was happening as far as that goes. Then the second largest vending room was a floor down, but you had to pass it when you came into the hotel from the parking garage. So if you were someone who parked in the parking garage, which most people did, you had no choice but to pass that vending room. The vending room I was in was on the same floor as like the stage and the other large vending room, but it was a small conference room kind of off to the side, and the hotel wouldn't let them put up big standing signs, so they just had to tape up little signs on the wall. And I think a lot of people just didn't notice those signs because I had so many people come in and be like, didn't even know this room was here. But like I said, I am very grateful and very fortunate that I at least broke even. At least I didn't lose any money, right? And I still got to see a bunch of friends I don't get to see very often, and I still had an amazing time. And the whole kicker was, what I sold most of wasn't the chain and scale mail. It was my old used clothes. I have 2 things of used clothes that I take sometimes when I do these vending events. It's called Delia LeFay's secondhand shop, because it's me cleaning out my closet. Like, all these clothes are from me cleaning out my closet. And I'm due for another round of cleaning out my closet, so I'll be able to refill the bins. But the one is just the $10 clearance bin. And that's just like not name brand stuff, but cute, you know, anything from rockabilly to gothy to, I try to keep it alternative styles. I just don't throw in like my boring random stuff in there, or at least I try not to. And I'll actually go through that now that that's done, because on the final day I then do a $5 for anything in that bin, and whatever doesn't get sold at that point, I'm going to go through it and go through and see what I should just send to Goodwill, because it's not obviously not of interest to people, even at $5. And then my other bin is like my collectible secondhand clothes, like a lot of lip service, old Trip. I had an Illig sweater. I didn't even realize was an Illig sweater in there. Can't believe I sold that for only $15. If I'd realized it was Illig, I would have priced it a lot higher. Because Illig is like rare, like you can't find Illig stuff hardly. It's even harder to find than old lip service stuff. But so that was what, like, the clothing is what really did it for me. Like, everyone, especially, the price as marked clothing, not the clearance bin, but the price as marked clothing. I can't believe how much of that I sold. But it was a ton of old lip service that you just can't find anymore. And there were so many people who were like a lot younger who never got to get it when it was actually, out there originally, and all you can do is find it secondhand now. So they went crazy on that. And I my cat is forcing her way in here, and I priced that reasonably. Like, I probably, if I sold that stuff online, I probably could have got a ton of money for it, because like I said, it is collectibles. But I tried to keep the prices reasonable on that. And I prefer selling clothes in person, simply because that way they can see what they're buying, and right there they can see if there's some damage that I might have missed, and be able to, bargain with me if they want to on that. Or, they know what they're getting. They know that it has cat hair on it. When I sell stuff online, it's like you try to explain everything that's wrong with it, but then something always ends up, like the last time I sold it was again, vintage lip service skirt, and that I probably could have got a ton more money for if I actually had tried to, put it on, a website. But it was just someone asked me if I had the skirt. I told them yes. I gave them a price, but when they got it, there was a stain on it that I didn't see when I had taken pictures and mailed it to them. So of course I gave them a 50% refund, or offered to take it completely back, but they went for the 50% refund. But I felt bad about that. But it's like, that's why I prefer selling the clothing in person, so that they can see what they're getting and decide if they want to spend the amount of money I'm asking for it, with all the information right in front of them. So, okay. So enough about all that. I guess I kind of lost my train of thought. I went off on a weird, crazy tangent there, but my point being, it was rough for us vendors. There are several incredibly pissed off vendors, people that I love to death, but they were very upset. And I am grateful that I at least broke even, because some of those people did lose a lot of money by doing this event and not even breaking even on their table. And I'm going to be putting some of the vendors, especially ones that were in my room, because I remember. I'm going to be putting, if I can find social media links for them, or Etsy's or Instagrams or whatever, down in the description box below if you want to go check out some of the types of vendors. And I also want to show you the things that I actually did get. I did get a few things. This gorgeous shrug. Let me just show you this. But I mean, this is gorgeous and amazing, and I absolutely love it. And this was a surprise gift from Bryant. He just surprised it with me on the Sunday. It was so sweet of him. He just like handed me the bag, and I was like, oh my god, it's so pretty. I love how it has these tight sleeves. And I can't remember the name of the vendor, but her information will definitely be down in the description box. I got her Instagram. Her name was, I think, Debbie, and her business name is something like Deb Creations or something like that. But all that information will definitely be down in the description box. She makes gorgeous, gorgeous clothing. She's out of New York. Definitely go check everyone out who's going to be down in the description box. But it was just so sweet of Bryant. It was just so sweet. Anyway, moving on. I also did get, this was a trade. The vendor next to me makes all these awesome things. She made like purses and bags and scarves from just amazing fabrics. And she had really wanted one of my cat ear headpieces. And she hadn't made table yet. And you know, we all have all of us vendors do a thing where we can't buy stuff until we at least make our expenses back, right? We can't just be putting ourselves even further into the red. But I was like, well, if you want to trade for anything, just let me know if you want to do a trade. I'm sure I can find something at your table that I like. So I went and took a look, and I got these pot holders because they are freaking gorgeous. I love this print. I think I have when I was making my own masks for COVID, I think I have a this pattern, only it had color in it, but it was the same cat pattern skeleton cats mask that matches these. But I love these so much. And then what else is here? Oh, and then I did purchase, this is from Beautiful Freak Cosmetics, and they actually work with a lot of bands. Like if you guys are familiar with Andy Dean from Bella Morte and his solo project Rain Within, she actually made a soap with like the profile of his face on it, and another soap that just had like the design from his first album on it. But anyway, so she works with a lot of the, you know, small scene musicians and makes products with them, although I don't think any of the products I purchased fall into that category. But I did get from her this awesome Skull Bath Bomb. Smells so good. You can see it's probably going to turn red when I drop it in. This one is called Limited Edition Butyric Acid Romeo's Distress Bath Bomb. If you don't want an abortion, don't get one. And if I recall correctly, all proceeds, not all proceeds, 10% of proceeds from these purchases go to Planned Parenthood. And yeah, because yeah. And then this was just a little free gift. It's a Christmas ornament soap with a little bat on it. How cute is that? And this is the limited edition Sing Somber This Song. But that was a free gift with a $20 purchase. And between the bath bomb and the other thing I purchased, where is it? This tiny little soap, which is so cute. This is also limited edition. I'm thinking that she does all limited edition, like all of her lines are probably limited edition, but this one is The Age of Angels is Over. There are no angels here. And I'm not sure what this would be referring to, but she did say 10% of the proceeds of this went to a different group or charity, but I don't remember which one. But I just fell in love with those skulls. How cute were those? But I will definitely be linking her, like I said, it's Beautiful Freak Cosmetics or something like that. But I'll definitely be linking her social medias down in the description below. And then there was just a couple of little soap samples. They're just little itty bitty. Here, let me unwrap one, because they're super cute. They're little bats, if I can figure out how to unwrap it. And they're just little cute soap samples, a little bat. And I just got a couple of those. And they were, you know, samples, so they were free. I didn't get a lot of things because, you know, as I was just talking about, I didn't make money, so I really shouldn't have been spending money, but, you know. But anyway, so I guess that's everything I have to talk about story-wise. I'll follow up with just those very short clips. Like I said, I didn't get a lot. I got a clip of like the room in my booth, and there was this awesome guy in a Baphomet costume that was dancing with my one friend who makes amazing earrings. I'll be linking her down below too. It's like Bellish Tchotchkes or something like that, but she does laser cut and 3D printed stuff, and it's so cool. My other friend Airship Oddities was there. I'm gonna link them down below. They do a lot of maybe more steampunkish related stuff, but they also do a lot of goth stuff. He does an amazing like gender bended death cosplay, so I'll be linking them below as well. And if I can find the information, the person directly next to me was actually a tarot card reader, and I will link her. I know I have her TikTok, or her Instagram, so I'll link one of those for her down below as well. But anyway, that's enough about all that. Let me show you these few clips. I also got a short clip of a Krampus, but sadly I didn't get my phone out in time, so it was just sort of the side and back of him, so you don't get to see his really cool like mask that he was wearing, but he was a really creepy Krampus. But okay, that's it. That's all I have for you. I hope you enjoy the incredibly short clips that I have for you. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy this, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy it, of course you can give it a thumbs down, and please tell me all about it in the comments below. And please subscribe to the channel. And I hope everyone is just staying happy, healthy, and safe in this incredibly crazy world we're living in. And I will talk to you all soon. Bye-bye. Hey guys, so this is actually day 2. Day 1, I completely forgot to take any photos or video. So here we are, day 2. Let me just flip this camera around and I'll show you how I set everything up this time.
A really good app to correct stuff like that, though, if you're doing that, is Creighton.
Oh yeah, we're going.
From my
Okay. Storage of scrap fabric that I've been hanging on to for 10 years.
If I've learned anything over the last some odd years, is that some of those new editing apps are my best friend and crappy like me.
Oh no! You did 0 crochet. Right. So our nephew
I always forget I'm supposed to be vlogging a little, and I never remember to.
And we just heard,
amazing.
like, each of us did
Wow.
Look at all this gorgeous stuff.
No one actually believes it.
Stuff really is amazing.
He does make beautiful things.
Very much.
And some of it's just downright like this piece is just downright scary. Some of it's gorgeous, some of it's downright scary, like this piece.
I mean,
yeah.
that is pretty awesome though.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
I have to relearn how to crochet every couple of years.